Welcome aboard the Z-52. Let's take a look at how she performs in ranked battles and today's meta. And now, here's your host, Ripper.
In the waves she lurks, the ocean's healthy queen, with torpedoes armed, through silent storms unseen. In the deep she hides, her target's in sight, a ghost in the seas, a phantom in the fight. Ruler of the deep, silent and profound, in the art of war where her foes are bound. She strikes with grace, a force unseen, in the world of warships. She is the queen truly.
Hey team, this is Ripper. You guys are doing fantastic today. Got a fun video with the Z-52. Yes, somebody asked me to see how does it hold up in rank these days. And yeah, I actually was kind of curious myself. Has it been power crept? Is it still the same powerful Z-52 that we always love? And to see how it actually plays today in today's meta and World Warships in general. But as always, before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. See value what we're doing here today. Smash those buttons, leave a comment. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the show and get something out of it. So, Z-52, if I had to basically sum it up in a few words, I say this needs a buff. It is really difficult these days to play this kind of a destroyer, honestly, and today with the release of all these new American destroyers, their survivability, the gun reloads and everything, this thing, honestly, me personally, this is what I feel. It feels like it needs a buff. I like the speed and maneuverability. It's okay. That's fine. The biggest thing is look at the reload. The reload is a 3.2 second. That's the lowest I can get it without going to Fearless Brawler. So, and I'm starting to see like destroyers with sub 3 second, 2 second reloads here. So, I mean, buff the guns at least, you know. Now, the AP and the HE are very, very strong. Now, if you see the build here, dang it, I wish I could show you the build. If you want to see the build is actually for IFHE, which you can see pins 40 mil right there, which you don't have to do it. I just wanted to do see if it's fun. Also, the AP is horrendously powerful, so 3,200 damage on the AP. So I use a lot of AP. Someone recommended AP on the German destroyers. Man, is it powerful. I was like, wow. The AP on German destroyers is pretty wild and incredible, and it does a lot of significant damage. Right off the bat, engaging Shimakaze there. Initial positioning, most of my team is to the northwest, so I'm going to stay near my team as a good destroyer player, always does. We got a, sorry, not a carrier, but a somewhat, what is it called? Admiral Latarge. He's got bombers, whatever, skip bombers. That's pretty fun. Smoke is standard smoke. Engine boost, 8% standard. Hydro is the selling point, which is 6-kilometer hydro. Is that really, you know, powerful in today's World Warships? It's kind of hit and miss because with the advent of radar, spotting, submarines, and everything, it's really difficult to push in to something to use the hydro, like 6 kilometers. You really got to get in there. And also, you're risking your ship to a lot of incoming fire. As you saw right there, everybody wants to shoot at you. And as a destroyer player. And you have no heals. You have no way to heal back that mistake, that damage, just to be able to survive all. Look, I'm down to 20,000 HP. In a normal randoms game or whatever, it's really difficult to come back from that. You really need a heal, honestly, to survive the onslaught of today's World Warships meta. Passive gameplay, laser-accurate battleship cruiser guns, radar everywhere, also hydro, also aircraft spotting. So today, very, very difficult to survive in today's battlefield. That's why it's really recommended to have those heals and just a better reload. I mean, my gosh, I mean, the reload is just, it feels like so slow when you're playing against these other ships. The other thing is the IFHE, see right there, pins all over Des Moines, so it's really nice to have that. And look at that, we're radared. See, even at this range, I'm radared. So I have to literally always stay on the move. You can't, there goes my smoke. I can't really use it now. And I'm not even in any kind of in position to engage anything in randoms to use that smoke. But all I can do is just break contact, but then you got the radar threat. So again, that's a tough one. So now you see how people play in randoms here, like battleship in the back, battleship way in the flank, battleship in the middle. I get my Des Moines doing something in the middle here, and I'm all alone. And I have to figure out how to hunt the Shimakaze through all this threat, as you can see right here. So again, the speed is great. I like the speed and maneuverability of the Z-52. I think it's fine the way it is. It's just, man, the guns. I wish they would just buff it slightly like this. Like this reload right here, 2.9 second reload, is fantastic. It just needs to be better starting off. Like, why do I have to take Adrenaline Rush into account when, you know, I got Gearing and Daring that start off at 2.5, 2.3 seconds. So that's really my biggest gripe about it. Outside of that, yeah, it's really difficult to survive. Almost to the point where you got to play a little bit more standoffish because, again, I don't have any heals. That's the biggest part of surviving. Let's see here. Now, watching the engagement here, the guns feel like molasses, whatever. But look at Des Moines right there. See, right? Even if he angles, my guns pen like all over. I'm at 1,400 damage on the guns. Now, the thing is, you got to hope RNG is working in your favor to actually aim and hit the damn thing without just terrible dispersion. Look, we're taking 1,400 off him every shot there. 1,900 right there, see? And we're starting fires. That's why I like the IFHE, or just the base pen in the guns is great already. I mean, 32 mil pen already on the Z-52 is amazing. Destroyer with that much pen right off the bat. And again, if I shoot AP into a sides of battleships, you're taking about 4,000 damage as well. So it is very, very strong in that regard. So right here, I have to play a little standoffish because of the radar threat, the cruiser threat, the airplane threat. And see, these two ships are kind of like backed into a corner. I'm just relying on my team at this point. Ooh, nice. Right there. Des Moines goes down. Now we're going to shoot the side of this Emerald Letarg. And then watch what the HE can do here. AP would do pretty powerful stuff as well. Look at that, 2,000 damage. So I pretty much have guns that just do everything you need. It's just, I wish the reload was just better. Man, it's just terrible. You start a fire there. And he fires at us, of course. Let's see, what else can we do to this thing? He gets a nice hit on us. Again, this match is kind of pretty much won. I don't really need to do much right here. I pretty much engage this guy, and he goes down. And all that's left is Shimakaze, so let's take out... Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I like the 6 kilometer Hydro, but it's so situational. I mean, to get that thing in the fight and start using it, you're risking your ship a lot. It's difficult to chase things down like Shimakaze's are now. So, like I said, it's there. It's nice. How usable is it? I mean, now in today's meta, like I said, with so many people standoffish, and you got destroyers like Laffy and stuff. Man, it is proved to be very, very difficult. I've melted a lot of Z-52s, and it's just so easy nowadays. And he goes down right there. We win that one. All right, let's take a look at one more video of Z-52. Just do a quick video about it. I don't really have much to say about it. Just buff the damn guns. My gosh. We did pretty well in there in the ranked. Yeah, we won. Whoop-de-doo. And let's take a look at one more. So overall, what do I have to think about Z-52? If I personally had to make a choice, I would honestly pick Z-42. If you don't know what that is, check it out. It's in the armory. It's a premium ship. But the Z-42 is better in my personal opinion because it's got, one, more guns. It's got the quick smoke like the Daring and, like Savea. It basically allows you to get in and out of, bad situations, like a smoke up really quick, and then you're not worried that you wasted it. And it's got more guns for like a lot of AP damage. So that's what I like about the Z-42. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about it. Z-52 feels a little bit more maneuverable. Better that than Z-42. Z-42 feels really sluggish. So I don't know. That's why I think it's, only downside of Z-42. But I honestly think it's better, just in my personal opinion, my play style. But man, look at Z-52 right here, taking on the FDR right here, shooting 10,000 of damage on aircraft on the FDR. Now, FDR are a flying tank, so obviously I'm going to be shooting that much. You have to shoot that much for an FDR. I mean, I think their carrier... What do the carrier planes have? FDR... The carrier plane has aircraft HP 3,900 per aircraft? No, I could have sworn they had more than that. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, think about it. Each airplane has 4,400 or 4,000, let's say. And a flight of them is like, I don't know, 10 to 15 planes. You're looking at like almost 20 to 30,000 HP up there. So you got to be shooting at least 10 to 15,000 in a destroyer. So they're like flying tanks, like I said. All right, going right into the cap. This is actually what the Z-52 excels at in the sense of if you can make it. And this is just completely dependent on the situation. Drive into the cap, smoke up, and hydro, and 5 cover. That's pretty much the selling point. I'll show you kind of how you're doing this. So right now, I'm in the middle of Alpha and Bravo. I can cap both and smoke up and not be afraid of the Salem radar, which is only one radar. Your biggest threat is radar, obviously. So if you know where the radar is at, you don't have to deal with it. So look at this AP right. Look at the damage of the AP right there. 3,500 damage. 2,400 damage on the front 2 guns alone. Look at that, 2,700 damage. That's why the AP is incredible in this thing. I'm telling you, it is a... Someone told me about it. I was like, no way. Z-52 and German destroyers with the AP? No way. I didn't believe it until I started going, holy crap. This thing is a monster. So definitely recommend the AP on, broadside targets with the Z-52 and Z-42 line. And of course, if you then all of a sudden the angle, boom, you got the HE that pens up to 32 mil on the Z-52 and higher if you want to do IFHE. Man, it's incredible. playing with the La Pampa here. Him and I were just doing a kind of a La Bombo here, just going back and forth, back and forth. And here's the selling point. Here's the problem, though. If you know where the Salem, that's why I always say, starting off the battle, look for where's the radar. That's why I always have this thing up. 8.5 kilometer radar. I also have depicted on the mini map, so I know I'm right in the radar, but I'm going to survive it because I used island cover to mitigate that threat. So that is the downside of you just got to know where the threat is and how to mitigate it the best you can, and you just got to have a PhD level to know, oh, Salem's got 8.5 kilometer radar. And again, I don't recommend being a PhD in this game. Just load the damn the Aslane's mods or whatever, so it tells you everything you need to know about the threats in the area. Right now, still working the La Pampa. See, we've got him perma-spotted. This is the beautiful thing about the Z-52 6-kilometer radar. It lasts forever, and it's like a permanent radar to spot everything in the middle. And now, here we go. We waited long enough, we were patient, and boom, La Pampa goes down. We take out their only destroyer. That gives our team a very, very big winning chance right now. So now we're going to cap Alpha and Bravo for free. The Salem radar has gone down. He does not have hydro. Oh, actually, he does have hydro. That's why that little ring right there tells me, oh, he's got a 5-kilometer hydro. So I'm going to be careful of that. Let's see if I can look at it. Where's Salem? Oh, never mind. He doesn't have a hydro. He only picked one. He had to pick one or the other, like either radar or hydro. So I'm assuming he picked radar. So he doesn't have a hydro, so we're not worried. So we're going to go in the center here. Let's see. We've capped Alpha and Bravo. We did this for our team. We were a good destroyer. We did our part, did our job. And now we're going to see if we can take on Wisconsin right here, launching a little preemptive torpedo. Torpedoes are great, by the way. 10.5 kilometers, very quick reload. There's actually a leg mod upgrade that actually focuses on the torpedo gameplay, but I don't really focus on that too much. I like the gunboat concept because it's more consistent, more DPM, more firepower. I like that better rather than trying to spray and pray with torpedoes, because my torpedoes apparently are not homing, just like the ones in submarines. Apparently submarines get homing when I don't. All right, Napoli goes down. Now we're just going to work on the Wisconsin. Now watch when the Wisconsin goes broadside. Look at how much damage the AP can do. So this kind of gives you a good gauge to what you are capable of in a Z-52 with the heavy AP and the HE. So right now we pin all over him, 40 mil pin on the IFHE. And here it is. Here's the AP demonstration right here. Look at this. 4,000 right there. Look at 4,200, 3,500, 3,000. Man, that's not sustainable. I mean, if I get like salvo after salvo of 4,000 after a while, dude, I mean, it just melts battleships. Look at this. 3,700, 2,600. Yeah, pretty dang powerful right there. Now he's angled. Now we got to switch to, let me see how much angle. Yeah, that non-pins right there. So about that 45-degree angle, man, they start ricocheting and you don't get that pins. But man, oh man, is that powerful right there. So again, at the end of the day, what do I think? I think I need to buff Z-52. I think it's just not as competitive today. That's why you don't see many of it in competitive. I don't see many of it as well. Now with Laffy, with super heals, you got Hull with massive guns. You've seen all my videos with the American destroyers. You've got Daring with smoke, quick smokes, and heals. I mean, it's very difficult to play a Z-52. You just got to have a huge learning curve to get this thing to get online and to work. But again, it doesn't stop you from doing some of this kind of gameplay. Notice we're not the heavy gunboat DPM dealer. There's number one on the team. I personally would take a Grozavoy over Z-52 right here. Right here, this is a match where you can see right there. But with this matchup, La Pampa is very, very powerful with torpedoes. And, I mean, yeah, it's very difficult to get into the La Pampa's range and his spotting and so forth to get online. And the Haragumo really out-DPMs you right there. So, again, I wish they buffed the guns, give it something else because it doesn't have a heal. So you need something better to survive today's meta. But that's my thought on it. I personally prefer the Z-52 more. Z-42 more. But again, it doesn't stop you from having fun. So let me know your thoughts. How do you play Z-52? What do you think? And as always, if you see me out there, make sure you say hello. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.